Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Alan Anthony from Phone Tech at Work, and today's the real review of the HTC U Ultra. So let's start the video. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Pow. Alright guys, so for the last few days I've been seeing a lot of reviews on the HTC U Ultra, and they've been so bad that I had to rush my review and I had to speak exactly how I feel about the device. So I didn't buy this device for $750. I actually bought it for $669. Now I did get the international version, and the US version is pretty much the same exact phone because it does have a lot of the similar problems. For everybody that's saying that the phone is a pass, I totally disagree with them, and I'll tell you why. Now on eBay, it's only $635 for this device. Now, if you guys bought the Huawei Mate 9 for $599, the after taxes was probably $630. I don't see what the huge difference is between having to pay $630 for this device, including shipping, and I'm probably going to ship it to you within 5 days. So in my initial impressions of the phone, I said that it's now worth $750. But this phone is definitely worth $650 and under. And I'll tell you why. The build. It's a beautiful designed phone like no other phone that I've seen ever. It just has that nice glossy feel, and it does have a non-scratch back. I don't know if you guys actually seen the video by Jerry Riggs, right? It passed the scratch test, and then he had to use a pick that he doesn't usually use, and he scratched the heck out of it, but it did pass the scratch test. I've had it for 2 weeks, and I don't have not one single scratch on the back of this device. Now, it does actually pick up a lot of fingerprints. That's the big problem with this device. But it does include a free case for $750. I know if this phone had the latest specs and the wireless charging and the DAC and the waterproofing and all that stuff, how many phones out there right now don't have any of that stuff? How many phones out there have the same design in the last 3 or 4 years and they're worth more than this? I don't understand how the Pixel is the favorite amongst a lot of YouTubers, but it doesn't have any waterproofing or any wireless charging. It costs $1,000 after taxes for certain models. I don't understand. Why is this phone being bashed so bad? So as far as my unit, I have got no type of screen bleeding at all. It looks absolutely fine, and I think how the secondary display is very useful. So in the HTC Companion, right, I really thought that it was going to be really useful, but for right now, it's been stuck on, it's been learning my habits and whatnot, so it's kind of been just like stuck, and then it asked me like a few questions up there, but it's not anything like a Siri or anything like a Google Now. Do have the Google Assistant. All you gotta do is just hold this down, then it pops up right there. As far as the camera can go toe to toe with just about any camera out there, especially with the OIS, and I'm talking about the optical image stabilization, and it does actually focus quick because what does it have? It has the laser autofocus right there. It does have a nice little camera hump though, but if you guys are used to having camera humps, then this won't matter at all, especially if you get a case on this thing, because if you want to rock it with a whole bunch of fingerprints, then so be it. So as far as the picture quality and a lot of pictures, it does have true life colors on it, and it does perform very, very well in low light. So if you guys actually see my video when I was at the HTC event and it was a very low lit bar, it performed very, very well. If it's good in low light, that means that it must be really, really good in daylight, especially with a lot of light. And that's exactly what's been happening. I take some really nice shots. I forgot to do the video test, but I will have an updated video on the video test in 4K. So as far as the features, it does have a couple of features where if you want to swipe down twice, it will activate the camera right there. And if you do want to tap twice, it does actually turn on. And if you tap it twice, it will actually turn off. As far as a fingerprint scanner, it's very on point right there. It's very quick, guys. And it does have the latest version of Android, which is 7.0, and hopefully it could get to 7.1.1. So I've been seeing a lot of reviews about how the phone is too massive. and that it's a waste of space. And we all know who said that, but personally, in my opinion, I believe it's big because it has a secondary display on top. And it does have a fingerprint scanner on the bottom, and they made it just a little bit small. But have you seen the bezels on a Pixel? Have you seen the bezel on an Honor 6X? It's huge. But nobody talks about the bezel. Everybody wants to talk about everything else except that. I don't have a problem with the bezel because it's all black. I do have a problem with the fact that you do have everything in military time. And I don't have a problem with that, but I know a lot of people will. So it is on the US variant as well, so hopefully they will update the software. So as far as the secondary display, if you just hold it up, it'll turn on all by itself. And if you want to activate anything else, including toggles, or if you want to check your calendar or whatnot, you can do that as well. So the biggest problem with the device, and everybody knew it as soon as they saw the specs, is a 3000 milliamp battery. HTC had no excuse to use the same battery that was in the HTC 10. They should have used a bigger battery. Even the LG G6 has a 3300 milliamp battery. They should have used a bigger battery for the size of this device, how slim it is. I don't know if you guys seen my Honor Note 8, but it is 6.6 inches with a 4500 milliamp battery, and it's just as thin as this, and maybe even thinner. So HTC, you need to find a way to add a bigger battery into your future phones, especially if you want to make it the size of a 5.9 inch display. But you do get quick charge 3.0. So if you do actually get this phone, I would suggest that you get a car charger that is quick charge 2.0 or 3.0 enabled, so it gets a quick charge that you need. So HTC actually dropped the ball on having a Type-C port with no headphone jack, but they did not include an adapter for it like a lot of other phones do that have no headphone jack. That is a big problem. And I've read and I've seen that the third-party accessories don't work with this phone. So you need the official one from HTC for $12. Then after you ship it, it'll probably be like $15. Now, why not include that in the box? I don't really understand that, but it's just a sacrifice, especially at the $750 price point. But for $630, I'll let it get away. Now, that could bring me back into the whole price thing. For $630, this device is worth it, and I will actually leave a link down below where to get it for $630 because I think it's worth that. If you could pay $640 for a Mate 9, if you could pay $830 for an LG V20, if you could pay $650 for an LG G6, you could pay $650 for this device. So I just want to show you guys something. This is a $50 phone. This is a $750 phone. And now, are you seeing why it costs this much? I mean, it's basically the same size. I got 5.5 in here. I got 5.7 there. And they both nice and rounded. And they actually look the same from right there. What you're paying for is the overall experience that you get with the device. This is a very beautiful device. I think it's worth $650. I would definitely wait and see if the price drops with the US version. But if you want to get the international version for only $635, I will leave a link down below to where to get it from. I don't have no issues with this device. It does everything right. Yes, it doesn't have a headphone jack. Yes, it has no wireless charging. Yes, it has no waterproofing. That's just three things that so many other phones don't have. So why are you bashing this phone like it's the worst phone on the planet? It definitely isn't. It's a pretty dang solid device. I'm talking about if you had the HTC 10, this is just a bigger version with more features and more screen real estate and an extra display right there on top. Like what is the big deal about this? I think a lot of YouTubers are having problems because it's over $750 and then after taxes it's $810. Okay, so how come a lot of YouTubers aren't saying that if you want to buy it on eBay, brand new, sealed box, for only $635. Nobody's bringing this up, and I'll tell you why. It's pretty simple. It's because the LG G6 is actually coming out at the same time, and a lot of the reviewers are actually getting an early version of it, and they want to boost up the sales because they want the actual retail unit of the LG G6. It's pretty obvious. Cutthroat business. That's the way it goes. This phone is beautiful. It does everything perfect. I have no problem with HTC Sense. I had it ever since I was a teenager. I had the Evo. I had the HTC Vivid. I had the HTC, couple HTC phones. Absolutely love the software. I love the clocks. It does everything right. This phone was in carriers. It would sell out the dang building because it looks that dang gorgeous. And if you put this in Best Buy at $650, it'll be a no question to buy. It's smooth, right? It has a nice speaker front and the bottom. It's nice and thin. So I don't see a lot of cases on this phone, and that's why I think a lot of YouTubers are actually having a problem with that. So now you can't have any case reviews, and it's that extra money on the Amazon affiliate links. There's no cases for this phone yet. Spigen and Poetic have to step up their game, and they got to make something for this device. I don't know if you can make it for the Honor 8 or even the Z Max Pro. You can make it for the HTC U Ultra. There's nothing wrong with this device. It's worth $650. It's not worth $810, or the $750 is worth $650, no question. And if you want it for $635, the link will be down below. So I just want to sum up everything. It has a good speaker. It has a great camera, front and back. It has a nice design. It's beautiful. It's thin. So it has everything that you need in the device. 4 gigabytes of RAM. But the only big issue with this phone is the battery. 3,000 milliamps is just not enough. But if you could sacrifice and have a car charger and have an extra charger on you that is quick charge 2.0 or the 3.0, you should have no problem with owning this device. HTC did a great job on this phone, but if they would have put a bigger battery on it, it would have been a perfect phone. And if they would have waited only for the 835, and if they would have added the wireless charging, it would have been a perfect device for $810. That's pretty obvious. Alright guys, so if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and follow Phone Tech at Work for more videos like this of the HTC U Ultra and more tech to come. So, until the next video, peace.